In this video, we're going to show an update deck profile for Mannadium and what I think is going to be the future-proof banlist version. We are not playing the Calamity Lock, but we're actually focusing on the classic Mannadium strategy, spamming as many synchro turns on the board. Giving Adrian is one of my favorite synchros at the moment, and that card is surprisingly good against the meta. Kashtira, Runic Sprite, Labyrinth, Unchained. Yes, Drawn Lockbird is our worst enemy, but in this deck, bro, I've actually found a way to beat it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the video. Alright guys, let's get started with the Mannadium package. So it's mostly what you're used to, which is 3 Visa Starfrost and 3 Mannadium Realm Hearts. You want to make sure you're able to trigger your Mannadium Tuner as much as possible, so you do that with Visas or Mannadium Realm Heart. I've seen people cut Visa Starfrost down to 2, but I like that we can see this card as much as possible. And when I was doing test times for this specific deck profile, I actually found I was barely using my Obsession. So I feel like the third one makes even more sense. It's consistent and I don't think it breaks that much. Weirdly, I'm only running 2 of the Mannadium Taurus. A lot of people are probably thinking, okay, that's quite weird. It does suck sometimes when you do draw it. For that reason, as it is quite searchable, as the Mannadium cards in general are quite searchable, I thought 2 would be the perfect ratio for this card. But we are playing 3 Meek because Meek is the best Mannadium tuner. Taurus is basically 4th or 5th Meek. I do like the idea of playing Fearless still, and we are playing a package I think is going to help with the meta at the moment. If you are interested about Mannadium Fearless, I would actually suggest trying out the Scareclaw version of this deck, because you do get away with summoning Nat Beast. You can also make True King Lithos Hajim rip 3 cards from your opponent's extra deck. And if you want to see that version of the deck, let me know in the comments down below, as well as 3 Calarium. We're going to play 3 Obsession, 1 Imaginings, and 1 Reframing. Obsession is going to allow us to pop the tuners to search the field spell. This deck is so consistent, it feels like a 1-card combo. That's actually a theme and something I say quite a lot when I play this deck. You know, the fact you can special summon a 15-20 monster from the hand. I have actually done a tournament Mannadium deck as well, but it's really consistent. Definitely want to check that out if you're curious. We play Talents to mostly draw 2, but Imagining is the exact same thing. That is, in my opinion, the Mannadium package, what I would run, what I think is just going to be the most competitive version. So starting off with the Scareclaw package, we have 2 of the Scareclaw Rykart. We are actually playing Fenrir now because it can search as Scareclaw Kashtira. You could even consider this a tech card for the Mannadium deck. This is a card I'm really excited about because in this deck, you actually do struggle outing some boss monsters in the game. Now, you could play Underworld to get rid of those pesky boss monsters, but I found Scareclaw Kashtira to be the perfect medium. It bridges us into Scareclaw Lightheart, which finds us the whole Scareclaw package. Also, Kashtira Fenrir is a wicked board breaker. We want to see more of the Scareclaw package, and to go along with Rykart, we're actually playing 2 Scareclaw Arrival. Now, I was actually considering playing Scareclaw Decline. Is one of my favorite Scareclaw cards, and I've been able to break so many boards with just Fenrir, and obviously Scareclaw Kashtira is a great extender. I would highly recommend you try Scareclaw Decline and Scareclaw Twin Saw. Very possible that you actually side the Twin Saw. You can play under Shifter. Again, it's a banish if Visas is on the field, and Retara is Visa Starfrost as well. So this deck's Kryptonite is super poly, and a lot of people are trying out the Draco Equist. I have monsters on the field that can't necessarily be super polyed. There is a reason why people are complaining about Fenrir and why they're saying it should be banned. So why are we not playing it as one of the best board breakers in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh? Next up is the meta checks, and so we're just going to do this really quickly. We're playing 1 Triple Tactics Talent, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Terraforming, 1 Call by the Grave. This deck is really good at playing through every hand trap except Drawn Lockbird. Because we can't play through Drawn Lockbird, we have to play 3 Crossout Designator. We're playing 2 Drawn Lockbird because everyone is main decking it right now. We're also playing 2 Impermanents because of Rescue Ace, because of purely it does hurt us if they hit Scareclaw Lightheart, for example, or Crush Sheep or Axel if you don't have the Stardust. Make sure that we can't lose to something like Drawn Lockbird, because that is literally the only thing stopping us from either doing a Calamity FTK or setting up a FTK negate board. And then lastly, we're throwing in 2 Book of Moons. The meta trend at the moment, everyone is playing Book of Moon, even though it is a neg one. It's a really interesting time in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Let me know in the comments if you like what I'm doing here with the deck. Main Mannadium core and the Scareclaw cards we're playing is more than enough to build a massive board, break boards, and win the game. And so I really think this is exactly what we need. I'm really excited about Crossout. I could even potentially see Crossout and other tech cards in the side deck to beat things like Dimensional Barrier, Dark Rule, and no more. So you can really have fun with Crossout. And that has been the main deck, guys. Let's move on to the extra deck, and I'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to start off with Triage Master, the Stardust package. I absolutely love that. Visa Samitara, and that is our Synchro 6 and 8 package. Moving on to the Synchro 10s, we have Beast of Despair, Baron de Fleur, Gimmer, Adrian. Honestly, really underrated card. I'm so surprised people are not running this despite Sprite Runic still being super strong. Unchained, Labyrinth, Kashtira. This card says no to a lot of things in the meta right now, and it doesn't lose to Super Body. It is a water attribute, and so I really think this is the go-to, the standard optimized package for the Mannadium deck. Remember, Visas and Retara can pop a monster and the Synchros gain 800 attack during the turn. If you couple that with Prime Heart, which most likely has 2 attacks anyway, That's 3,800. You probably have the field spell on the field, and that is your OTK. The other one is, of course, Vicious Estrade, like the XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Like I said in my previous video regarding the balance discussion, definitely want to check that out as well. I got quite bored of the FTK Calamity thing, and it just felt super uninteresting. And we're playing the classic Synchro Spam version. We're playing 2 Vicious Estrade, although I was playing 3 pre-Dune. I got a little bit excited. I don't think there's space for 3. You really take advantage of the Vicious Estrade. I know in my Mannadium tournament deck, I didn't use it as much. In this version, you really rely on it to pop monsters. Because of how popular Super Polymerization is, I want to know from you guys, what are you deciding to do with your link package? Are you still playing it? Are you playing Access Code Talker? Are you playing the Unchained Abomination? Or are you playing Avramax, which is a light monster, which you don't need to worry about summoning and losing to Super Poly? At the moment, this deck is super consistent, super powerful, and so we really just want to figure out how we can beat Super Poly. Maybe there's a world where we even play Prohibition, I don't know. But guys, that has been the extra deck and the main deck. Let me know in the comments what you think about this deck list. This is definitely what I'm taking to my next regional, my next locals. Vicious Estrade, I cannot wait to summon this guy and just nuke the board. Summon Prime Heart and OTK like crazy with that 8,000 attack. And that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.